Hello everyone, it's H here, and today we're looking into mana or Decentraland with Elliott wave theory. Again, today we're going to be looking into the macro first and then scrolling through into here the smaller timeframes and seeing what the opportunities here are locally. So the only one that we currently have on the higher time frame as a probable count is this one, where we have this as 1 2 1 2. And why do I have it like this labeled is just because, again, this first structure here took the price down 96%. Currently we had come down 95%. So again, we can consider this to be a larger degree based on just based on the retracement we had on price. Now again, here we have a very decent looking 5-way move. We have divergence at the end, and on, I think it was weekly time frame, we have a very slight divergence at the very tops, giving us some kind of indication of higher degree move to be done. Again, inside here we would have some kind of 5-way move here completing. But yeah, I think that is pretty much the first or the only higher time frame structure currently viable. The other one that we were looking into was this one, where we had this as a 1 2 3, but this wave 4 came down into the wave 1 top, so that again is invalidated now. So this is the count that we are following. It does not mean that wave 2 has to be in. There are again other scenarios for this, in which again I'm showing you now, where this is indeed a 3-way structure, but it's the start of a larger 3-way structure. So how we would be doing that is creating a connector wave here in the middle, and then connecting this structure over here to the next. At that point, again, this would be creating a lot longer and probably larger than this wave 2 here. So again, at that point we would need to consider, is this really a wave 2 or is this something else? But again, at this moment on higher time frame, I would be expecting some movement to the upside here. Let's take a look at locally why. So probably 2 hours is good. So again, here we had that last leg coming down, and in here we have another massive move up, very impulsive to the upside. We are breaking through all the previous consolidation areas here with no problems, and just going straight up basically. At the moment, again, I would assume this to be a 5-way move, because I don't see us having this as a possibility of a, sorry, I expect this to be a start of something new, not the end of something, just because again, I don't see a structure behind it or before it to be having any possibility of being, or this being the end of something, meaning that if the price had done something like this, then we would have this to be linked up with this. So for an example here, the only way I could be looking at this is that this is some kind of ABC. However, this retraces way too much, well beyond the 1.618 here, so it does not really look too good. Again, comparing this structure to any other Elliott wave structures that you've seen as an expanding structure, you can see that this does not really have the right look, nor does it extend or measure well. So that's why I don't really like it at all. On arithmetic scale, let's take a look at that as well. We are going well beyond the 1.618 here as well, so nothing new. Now, if you are looking at this structure here, I think the best structure to see is that we have some kind of a diagonal in here. This would be an ending diagonal in this scenario, where we would have some kind of 1 2 3 4 and 5 in here. Again, I don't really or can't really label this very well, as the retracements here are very shallow, and also the retracements everywhere here are just coming back to the bullish support area. But it's not really really an issue at the moment anymore, as this structure has already played out. So at this moment, again, what we would do is label this as a 1 or a wave A. So let's label this as a wave 1 or wave A, and this would be that. So since then, again, we had another 3-way here, 3 ways, and then potential 3 ways here. Overall, I'm not really too concerned about the substructures at the moment, since we are looking at the whole structures now and not trading it anymore. So this would become a 3-way structure in its own. Some kind of, I feel like it is better labeled as a WXY based on this. Of course, this could be some kind of diagonal here into these lows, but I'm not quite sure how I would want to be labeling this. So WXY will suffice for now. And this would become again a wave 2 or wave B. Again, It does not need to be a wave 2 or wave B. However, that is the expectation now, since we have pretty much used the same amount of time here as we did for the first structure over here. Now generally we don't want to be seeing more time to be used than the first structure for the second structure if this is an impulse wave. Generally wave Bs tend to take way longer, so if we are coming down and doing something like that, I think it is more probable that this indeed is a wave B, and then we would be expecting a C wave later on. Now if again currently if we just pivot up higher and go through these previous highs with a potential of starting a third wave here, we would more likely than not have this as a wave 2. Again, that would be way more bullish on a higher time frame, which is not my expectation based on the macro currently, but again, that is definitely a possibility. We've seen on Bitcoin that there is a chance of pivot already happening with the WXY count coming down into the lows of I think it was June, but yeah. But my main expectation is still to the downside, in which again this would make most sense if this was some kind of ABC. Now Bitcoin going sideways allows altcoins to do moves like these. Of course Bitcoin did a massive move here as well, and yeah, this is definitely a good looking opportunity here. Now overall, how you would be trading this is definitely a question mark. Why is because this structure here looks nothing like a really good five-way structure. The only way we can be labeling this is a some kind of expanding leading diagonal. That would become a wave 1 of some sort, and then we would have wave 2 here, 3, 4, 5. Now again, based on the structures here that we have, we would have to extend quite a bit to get into the high degree targets. Now how do we measure those? Is again just going to the higher time frame or zooming out a bit and looking at these. 1.618 around $1.04, and this is the target box basically for the C wave. If we go beyond that into the 1.618, then we would be starting to target a third wave. Now it is not again said that this indeed is a 1-2-1-2 or that this is the low. There is a chance that this can become a wave A as well. So let's label that in to stay realistic here. But these are definitely opportunities that you can be taking in trading. At the moment, you could be looking for long setups here. Again, this is the low currently, where if this indeed is a 5-way move, we can't go below it. However, again, the risk to reward ratio for this trade, as we are expecting, or at least the first TP would be the 1-to-1 extension, you can see that it is not a really good one. So what could you do is go to smaller time frames and think of the structures inside here. Now, how you would be able to trend or enter this trade is having this as a 5-way move, the next as a 5-way move, creating a 1-2-1-2. However, it looks kind of like this is starting to run, so there is a chance that we are creating a 5-way move here. And again, depending on the size and whether we are going to get to the 1-to-1 extension, we could be either creating a 1-2-1-2 setup. If you don't hit the 1-to-1 here, there is definitely a chance that we are creating a 1-2-1-2 setups here, and then we would be taking off, and then you could be taking this kind of trade, something like this, and again targeting way higher. If the price, however, or this structure extends to do something like this, starts to struggle around the 1-to-1, starts to create divergence up in here, and then pivot down, it is more likely to be that C wave. And again, at that point, the most likely scenario is that wave 2 or wave B here is not in, and indeed this structure over here in the middle becomes the connector wave for this structure to come down again. I still expect this low to be holding on both of these scenarios, whether this again just takes off or if it comes down once more, and then we can be trading a bit more macro picture. This would be definitely an area that I would be interested in spot holdings for Mana, regardless of whether it is an ABC or a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But those are the expectations that I have for Mana. again, quite a few opportunities to come, and again, definitely be on the lookout for the local trades. I'm not going to be here for the next week, so again, maybe someone else can alert those if they are going to be set up. But I'm sure you, if you listened and know Eli, whoever, you can look for the setups yourself here as well. But that's going to do it for this video. Again, likes and comments on the video are appreciated, as that helps YouTube to provide this video to other people as well. But I think that's going to do it. Thanks for watching, and see you on the Discord again. Bye bye.